What's it like being a real estate agent? What is the day-to-day actually like? Well, I've been an agent for over 10 years. I've been a solo agent, a team leader, and actually a real estate coach. So I've seen a lot of different viewpoints. So let's break down the day in the life of everybody, who's aspiring to be a real estate agent. Let's actually uncover what that looks like. And if you stay to the end, I'll give you my big tip on actually getting financial or time freedom, which I think is one of the biggest reasons why agents get into real estate. By the way, my name is Chad Leonberg, and if you'd like to talk to me about how our Shark program has helped hundreds of agents build and scale six-figure businesses in real estate, hit me up at the contact info below. So number one, is it like HGTV, like all the shows you watch on there? So here's the thing. The kind of debate process that exists in HGTV is somewhat similar, minus the fact that there's not just three options like some of the shows, But I would say a lot of the pondering that goes on, whether it's debating between houses or what to renovate, or is this, the decisions, that part is very much the same. And I would take note from the three options, because when you simplify things for people, it helps them decide quicker. So it's like HGTV gives you a summary story of that. But what you don't see on HGTV is that's about 10 to 20% of your time. 80% or so is focused on prospecting, especially in the beginning, to get those people to have the ability to do that with. So a lot of your day, if you're going to be successful, is spent on creating conversations that result in clients. There's a big majority of that. Another big part is, the contracts and writing that up, making sure all the things are lining up for closings and your task systems and stuff like that. So they're really just showing kind of what it looks like with a client. And for a lot of the time, like I said, the lingo, like some of that stuff, it is relatively close, but that is 10 to 20% of what you'll actually do in a day in the life as a real estate agent. And number two, you are a coordinator. You're kind of like, you wear a lot of hats for this reason, because, we're coordinating title companies, lenders, with attorneys that are sometimes involved, or insurance companies, appraisers, everything, so you've got a lot of coordination to do. It's your job to kind of babysit and see things go from start to finish, all the way from when the buyer or seller tells you they want to do something down to, can I get this to the closing table? I really think a real estate agent is necessary, and why we haven't automated out the job of a real estate agent is because there are so many moving parts and systems that don't talk to each other, and emotions that fly. It's a very high emotional time for the buyers and sellers. So managing all of that between the emotions and just the numerous nuances involved in getting a deal to closing, that's where the skill of a real estate agent really comes into play. But ultimately, you are one gigantic coordinator. Imagine a wedding with or without a coordinator. It'd probably go a little smoother if you had a coordinator. Well, this is with the biggest asset or biggest purchase of most people's lives. So that's why it's a big deal. You should definitely have an expert representing you on something that can potentially put some money or equity in your pocket, whereas a wedding is just spending your money. All right, so number three, like I said in the first part, if you don't prospect, you'll dry up. So you need to make sure that you are doing things that create new business. It is easy to play office as a real estate agent. You are kind of owning your own business. You're kind of self-employed, you're an independent contractor. So it's your job not only to come in and sit on the computer and do the work, but to make sure that you're doing things that create conversations that result in clients. So it's a very big deal, and why you should probably think 80% of your time should be driven towards getting new clients. And it's kind of annoying, because you got into real estate to help people make decisions, on buying or selling their home, and you end up realizing that you ultimately need to be a marketer. Number four, and I just kind of said it, you're running a business. Businesses take money to run. It's going to cost you money, not only to get your license and pay your dues and have access to the MLS and these different things, but you might have to pay for either lead generation or marketing, or paying to host local events so you become the go-to agent in your market. It costs money. And a lot of agents get in, they spend $1 to $2 grand to get their license, go through the classes and all that stuff, and then they think that's all, I had to spend $2,000. Well, you are not done This business never stops asking you for money, especially if you want to grow and scale. Now, there are a lot of agents out there that love to tout that they have spent no money on ads and they've got X amount of clients, but a lot of them either have or will hit a ceiling, and businesses take money to grow and scale. So it's going to take money. There's money involved in going to the showings, and you're running a business, a mobile business, basically. Picture running a food truck that moves around every day, to show various houses and to list new items on the menu, right? Like that's very much but you are running a business. It's going to cost money. It's going to take money to make money. Number 5, and we talked about this earlier, emotions are high. If you don't have any stress tolerance, you better build it up, because people have super high level emotions when buying and selling. I have seen some crazy stuff, as any agent will tell you. Ask them. We have some wild stories. We could all write a book or direct a movie with some of these crazy scenarios we get. People are just hard to reel in whenever they're buying and selling. Their emotions are high, and I understand this because even when I have bought or sold, my emotions get involved, and I do this every day. It's where you live. It's your home. It might be your family there as well. It's a lot that a lot of seriousness stuff involved there. So just understand that you're going to see some crazy stuff from some people. And if you can't deal with stress and properly decompress and kind of separate it from your personal life, you will spiral and collapse. I have seen it. I've seen it happen more times than I can count. I know a lot of very successful agents that couldn't stay around in the business because they couldn't handle the level of stress. So there are plenty of ways to combat this and deal with it, and it's a job that can really pay you a good amount of money for what you do if you do it right, but you do have to release and manage the stress that's involved in this business. Do not underestimate it. So overall, I personally can't think of a better way, especially to get to 6 figures, like to basically start up your own business and have this type of earning potential with the freedom and flexibility that the real estate career provides. But because of that freedom and flexibility, a lot of people get stuck down a rabbit hole that they never come out of, and they don't make money, and they have to quit or just shelve their license to the side, until they can pay the bills. So it absolutely is one of the best tools possible, in my opinion, one of the best businesses you can open to make 6 figures or more, just get a high earning potential out of the gate. But there are a lot of key factors that you've got to watch when growing your real estate business, and this video is an indicator to the main ones that I've seen. Tell me in the comments below, if you're currently in real estate, did you think those points were valuable, or are you looking at getting in? And was this video pushing you away or more towards real estate? I'm very curious to see which way that went. And don't hesitate to reach out to me and set up a strategy call so we can discuss how you fit in real estate and maybe how our program can help you get to 6 figures and beyond. Ultimately, real estate achieved a life I never thought possible. I came from a hometown with an average household income of around like $24,000. We've been able to build multiple 6 figures and multiple businesses from this. And I am able to spend time with my kids and my family. So real estate absolutely can achieve the financial and time freedom that you're searching for. You just have to do it the right way. So thanks for tuning in. I hope this video was valuable to you, and I will see you at the top.